Hello everyone. So let's get live. Let's talk this week about waiting for the perfect time to lose weight. I think that that is a common thought for many women, is that suddenly the world's going to change and all this, like my problems are going away. The holidays aren't going to come. Like everything is going to change for me, and so that I can start pursuing my goals. And this is not just weight loss, guys. We put off so much of our life waiting for the perfect time. And one of the things that I want to talk about is that when your mind goes to waiting for the perfect time, what you're really saying is that I'm never going to start. The perfect time is just never coming. Like, get over it. That's not in the cards. I get, like, with my tribe members all the time, I talk to them all the time, like, your expectation is so ridiculous. And if you're waiting on that expectation to happen, you have a long wait ahead of you. Pure and simple. I was talking to one of my tribe members last night, and she was talking about how, no, this was this weekend. It was actually one of my coaches. And she was talking about how she needed people in order to feel accepted, in order to feel connected to people. She needed people to be, like, not judge her. That was the only way she could be connected, was if she trusted people didn't judge. And I said, well, honey, then you're in a lose situation. People judge. That is the nature of human beings. There is no way possible for you to not be judged, right? And so if you set yourself up for the perfect time to lose weight, I can't be around people who judge me. It's like, what if we just start learning how to live our life in a very imperfect world? I promise you, the people that I know that lose weight, including myself, I've lost 100 pounds. The people who lose weight did not wait for the perfect time. What we did was we decided that all the shit that we've been dealing with is done. Like, I need a better life. And I'm going to tell you, what better way to lose weight than to do it with the life you have, versus expecting all kinds of shit to change for you in order to be able to do it. Learn how to lose weight uncomfortably. Like, learn how to, have the holidays, and you're going to sit there and it not just be all about the food. Learn how to go and learn how, like, when you go, like, let's take the holidays. So the holidays are coming like a freight train, right? Like, I'm already getting ready to do the holiday plan for all of my girls in PNP Tribe. Your November workbook is going to be all about holiday survival. Like, how do you get through the holidays and lose weight, right? One of the hardest times ever to lose weight, technically. Well, you know what? I just tell them, yeah, that is a hard time to lose weight. But if you do it during the holidays, then you fucking got the rest of the year in the bag, right? Like, if you learn how to not allow food, like, people to push your buttons. If you learn how to go in and, like, sit with temptation. Like, my people always are, and this is not just my people, but everybody asks me, like, how do you deal with temptation? It's like, you sit with temptation. If anybody promises you a diet where, things are not going to tempt you, where you're never going to feel any kind of restriction, or you're never going to feel uncomfortable, you're never going to have a desire or an urge, they are selling you some snake oil. If they are telling you, I have a pill, I have a potion, I have something that's going to make all this so much easier for you, they are lying to your face to get your money. That is like people who are just trying to get you. And here's the way I teach my people. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to make it harder. There are ways to make things easier, but there is a level of discomfort that you will have to go through. My mentor always says, like, if you want to be thin, the price of that, your discomfort that you allow, is your currency for your weight loss. Now, I don't teach my people how to starve, and I don't teach them how to do crazy things like that. Like, we're not restrictive in terms of you can't have this and you can't have that. But so much of what we do is we make losing weight harder on ourselves because we do not want to feel certain things. And I'm like, what if I just teach you how to be tempted and that just be a part of the deal and you don't get upset about it? So this was something that I was coaching someone last night on. One of my tribe members, she said, my mind ran amok with me. And I think every woman that needs to lose weight has these moments. So let's pretend we go to the party and we didn't plan to have the treats for this particular party. This was like, oh, I'm going to go in and, let's do Mexican. That's always I think every woman has a hard time with Mexican, just about, right? So we didn't plan for chips and salsa, and we didn't plan for this stuff. This was like one of the meals where, we're saving it for the weekend, and this Wednesday night spontaneous Mexican thing, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be strong. I've worked out what I'm going to order and everything. And we get there. Well, chips and salsa look really good. Everybody around us seems to have a margarita or two in their hand, double shots of tequila. And I'm sitting there like, holy shit. Everything around me looks good. The problem comes when we layer shitty thoughts on top of some temptation. I don't want to be tempted. Why does this have to be so hard? Why does everybody else get to eat stuff? Why? And we go through this inner temper tantrum. Rather than allowing ourselves to be like, you know what? This is not the easy part of losing weight. It's normal to want all this stuff. But I'm going to sit here, I'm going to stick to my plan, even though it's not going to feel easy. The reason why most of us fail, and the reason why most of us are looking for the perfect time, is because we just don't want to feel those things. You want someone like me to be able to tell you, oh, you never have to feel temptation, and you never have to feel restriction, and you never have to feel discomfort, and you never have to feel urges. You will never lose weight if you're not willing to feel that sometimes. The problem comes is most of the time people never teach you how to handle those emotions, and you feel it an inordinate amount of time because no one has taught you when you're doing it to yourself when you don't need to. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. And so when it comes to like the perfect time, I just want you guys to start thinking about your holidays are coming up. A lot of you are going to start thinking that this is the absolute wrong time to try to lose weight. So you're going to kick the can down the road, and when it's not perfect, most of us tend to just eat crazy. Like we eat crazy through the holidays. And then January 1 comes and everybody wants to work with me and everybody wants to go on Weight Watchers and everybody's going to, order the latest keto stuff. I mean, we're all going to do it. When we could have just through the holidays learned to practice, not had an extra 10 pounds to lose, not gone into the new year feeling defeated, and not like just allowed ourselves to practice what it takes to actually lose weight. There's so many skills that you guys will build between October and December if you let yourself build those skills. You do not have to be perfect through those times. In fact, majority of my clients, some of you guys are on here and you've lost a lot of weight. Not a single, I've been collecting some success stories from some of the girls because they're like in the 30 to 80 pound range loss now. And I'm like, I always ask them, tell me what you would tell someone who's wanting to get started, and tell me the mistakes you've made that you had to overcome. Every one of them has mistakes. See, that's the thing I need you guys to understand. They didn't wait for perfect and they didn't expect perfect. What they did do though is they learned how to notice when they were beating themselves up for not being perfect and saying, well, that's some bullshit. Don't need to do that. This gets to be my learning opportunity so I can keep going, or this gets to be the easy excuse I have to just quit and take it easy again. Seriously, not a single person has emailed me and said, hey, Corinne, I hate to be the one to tell you, but I made no mistakes. It was so easy. Thank God I waited for the perfect time to get started. Some of my girls that are losing weight right now, like Stephanie, 83 pounds down. Stephanie, tell them a mistake that you've made that you've had to work through. And somebody else was on here. One of my other, I can't see it now, but Mama's half blind. I even have my glasses on and can't hardly see, but now I've got this glare coming in. But you girls, for my girls, will you just type in the comments, what is the thing that, your roadblock that you have to overcome, that you've learned This is just an obstacle that needs a strategy. This is not the end of my world. I did not wait for perfect. You know, when I was sitting there at 250, bawling my eyes out with my husband, feeling like I couldn't get off the couch for 5 minutes to play with my kid because at 10 a.m. I was winded, sitting on my ass, I didn't sit there and go, whoo, well, this is the perfect time to lose weight. You know what I did? I just said, I'm going to figure it out. And then there's all kinds of shit that's going to happen. Because if you think there's a perfect time to lose weight, one, you're wrong. Second, you will always be looking for the reason to not get started. Your brain is always going to come up with every reason to get started. You've got to start asking yourself this question. What is perfect about right now to just get started? What is right about this moment? That's what we need to figure out. So I'm going to answer questions. If you guys have questions, now's the time to start answering them. And I am going to start going through and seeing what you guys are talking about. And there's a lot of you. See, so Kimberly Ann, yep, getting ready for vacation and planning on doing your free challenge, even if I'm there. I think that's great. I tell people all the time, like, people will ask me before they join, well, I'm going to be on vacation a little bit. Will I be behind? I'm like, no. You'll be behind if you never get started. You know, why not go on vacation and learn how to vacation in a way? It's just not all about the damn food. Why not go on vacation? Why not go into the holidays with people who can teach you how to fucking get through them? You know, I'm always like, our brains are so crazy. They want to tell us all the reasons why this is not for us. And you have to be on alert. You know, I want to teach women, like, how to lose weight and how to feel amazing. I also want to teach women how to be able to be scared, how to be able to be confused, how to be able to be overwhelmed, how to be able to feel these things and it be okay. Like, this is just part of the deal. This is what happens in life. Because if you don't have to run from those emotions anymore, if you can take them on and figure out what's causing them, and how to change them versus I just need to eat my ass through them. Where's the ice cream or the pizza? Then you don't have a weight problem anymore. The only problems you have is what's my next goal? I just need to figure out my next goal. Hello, PNP groupies. Something thought it was going to be a train wreck. Let's see. Nadina, I currently need to lose 75 pounds. We have our free group starting, I think it's October the 14th. So you should come join us. It'll be really good. Nadina, if you're not on my wait list, just go to the wait list. The wait list gets you into the free group. It's at pnptribe.com. My husband is on low, no sodium lifestyle. I think that's great, Lisa. I actually have to eat sodium, but I think everybody has to figure out what works for them and what works for their health. And a lot of my clients, they do not eat similar to their husband. Let's see. Gisela, having trouble figuring out why I'm going for food when I know I'm not hungry. Any tips? Gisela, it's always because you're either bored. You just need to ask yourself. Like, just don't. Here's the easiest tip I have for anybody who's like, I don't know why I'm going for food. We all know, first of all. I teach my clients all the time, Gisela, that I don't know is your way of saying I don't want to know. I don't want to know why I'm going for the food. So here's the easiest way to figure that out. The next time you want to go for food, don't get it and write down what you think about that. You will find out real quick. Your brain will scream temper freaking tantrum because you're not eating and it wants to eat and you're not hungry. It'll be like, but we're bored, but we're anxious, but we don't want to have sex tonight. I think my tribe members are going to be very into that conversation. We've been talking about our low sex drive in the tribe and what do we do about it. And it's one of the things that I promised them that in 2018, and one of the very first workshops we were going to have is around how do you get the, it's how do you raise your desire for sex? And it's kind of hard to explain how I teach it, but basically I teach women how to break down what they think it's supposed to be and how to create their own definition of what desire is and all kinds of other stuff. So it's a process. Let's just put it that way. But just know it's on my calendar every week, because that's the only way I can get desire. And it doesn't mean that when it's on the calendar that I'm like, oh yeah, big buddy. It's more like, no, this is part of the deal. This is part of being married. This is what we do, you know? And just know he's good. It's just, I don't know, I'm that 40-year-old woman who's just struggling with like wanting it all the time. Like I want to nap a lot more. Gina, busted. You just said Weight Watchers. I have been tempted to join, which is stupid since I've done it before and it didn't work. I don't think that joining Weight Watchers is stupid. You just need to like your reasons. No matter what program you join or what eating plan you do or anything like that. I mean, I know I've got my own, but I don't want to throw shade on all the other ones out there. I think one of the things though is like, do not start a program with the idea that, well, if they just tell me what to do, then I'll be able to do it. You always want to start a program with the idea of, I'm willing to do because I really want to get my weight off, because I deserve it. Not because I'm fat or I'm a loser, whatever. It's because you deserve to feel better. You deserve to, you know, enjoy your life. You deserve to have smaller clothes if that's what you want. Whatever it is that you love about weight loss, like, that's the thing. You've got to love the process, and you have to find ways to love the process. Don't start one that you're not going to love the process of, mainly. But I try to get my people all the time to fall in love with the process of losing weight, exploring more about yourself, and also being real honest with yourself that like you've got to be in it through the discomfort, through the urges, through the temptation stuff. Just because someone gives you a meal plan and just because someone tells you what to do doesn't mean you're automatically going to want to do it all the time. You guys have heard me talk about this all the time. My people ask me like, I wasn't really feeling like it today. And I'm like, why did you need to feel like it? Was it on your plan? Is this are we practicing feeling like it? Or are we practicing sticking to our plan and commitment? A lot of times you don't feel like doing stuff until your commitment is solid. Once you've practiced commitment and gotten good at commitment and doing the things you'll say you'll do, you're not going to feel like it. Who the fuck feels like getting up at 5 a.m. to exercise? All my morning exercisers always say, tell me how it's, tell me a way to make it easier to get up in the morning when I hate getting up in the morning. I'm like, I'm telling you what, I can't give you that magic pill. I can tell you easier ways to get up. I can tell you how to set your clock and like take away a lot of your excuses. But at some point, you've got to do it before you feel like it. And then after a while, you'll feel like it. But that's just how it rolls. There's the rub in the middle. All of us has to go through that stuff. All of us. Through the eating and everything. That's why there's no perfect time to start a morning exercise routine. Figure out what you can commit to and then get damn good at that. Do not use your jobs. Do not use your kids. This is the funniest thing. I can watch women tell me, well, I can't do it because the kids are out of school. Well, I can't do it because the kids are in school. Well, I can't do it because I got to work. Well, I can't do it because I'm on vacation. Well, holy fuck, what's left? I mean, be honest with yourself. Are you making excuses? If you've always got an excuse, then you are committed to your excuses. You are committed to figuring out how you can't do things. And you get real good at it. All of us do. You have to be really mindful of yourself. What am I practicing doing? Am I building the habit of being an excuse maker? Or am I going to get really good at figuring out how I can do things? How I can start being committed to doing things? And if you're new to this, and you do not understand how to build in commitment, I know that's like a woo-woo, what? Well, tell me, how do I build my commitment? It's actually part of my free course. Because I think it's that important. I really think it's very important. I think it's one of the cornerstones. Because the world is never going to be perfect. You have to be willing to get started now to get the life that you want. Do not say, well, the life I want is further down the road because of all these things. Just figure out a way to start going in that direction right now. So if you want to know how to build commitment, you go to the website pnp411.com, download the free course. The first freaking lesson is all about commitment and how do you build it and how do you practice it and how do you start with low-level commitment and move your way up. Elise, I am obsessed with your podcast. Thank you, Elise. You are giving me my pep talks morning and night commute. Thank you. So glad I found you. That's awesome. You are actually in the podcast studio over here. Ta-da, is where the magic happens. It's just my little room. We're fixing to get curtains hung up and all kinds of stuff. And my co-host, she comes over. She lives down the street, and we record right in here. So it's pretty cool. We love it. It won't happen for Thanksgiving for my husband. I'm not sure what that means. Lisa, I think, was the low sodium. Sandra, you look super skinny. Well, thank you. That's always nice to hear. I think one of the things is this top. It is, it's the vertical lines. It's one of my favorites. It is a Jennifer Lopez from Kohl's. People always ask me, where do you get things? Where do you get things? This one happened to come from Kohl's. Christy, one of my girls, down 41.5 pounds. Stephanie's down 83 pounds. I just got my hair done, Sandra. She says, I love your hair. I just got it done today. Got the icy put back in. Let's see. I love this live. Hi, Dina. It will be my first holiday season. My plan is to lose weight during that time like a boss. Yeah, I'm going to challenge our tribe members this year. Every year, I've just about given everybody the option. During the holidays, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain weight? Are you okay with actually gaining some weight? And this year, I'm going to challenge everybody to go into the holidays in the mindset of maintaining or losing. And we are going to practice eating to our two. We are going to practice all the skills. That's what the holiday planning guide is going to be all about, girls. It is going to be talking about the key concepts to making it through the holidays and what you need in order to lose weight through the holidays and maintain weight through the holidays. And plus, like tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. But the main thing is the mindset. I'm going to include something in there on our difficult relationships. So, that's one of the things that throws a lot of people at the holidays is, I don't want to start a diet because I know that I'm going to be around a lot of people that stress me out. So this is not the perfect time to get started. Now, I just need to get through the holidays. It's going to be crazy busy. It's not going to be the perfect time. There's going to be people who are going to, push my buttons and stuff. We're going to work through those concepts because those are the top 3 things that people bitch and moan about that prevent them. So that's what we'll work on. Suzanne, she's down 54. Christine, she's down 32. Good Lord, y'all. Y'all are really losing. Jennifer Johnson, my 102 pound. Hey, Jennifer, you're going to love it. So one of the things that we've decided to start doing for tribe members, we're going to have a Century Club. My goal is 100 Century Club members by the end of 2018, 500 members of the Queen's Club by the end of 2018. So, and I'm going to be doing all kinds of things for those 2 clubs. So, and the only thing, your membership is not more expensive. The only thing I ask is you pay me in your fat. I always start my day good. The rest of the day, oh my God, can't seem to get on track. Rita, if you haven't done my free course, I would get on the free course. pnp411.com, do that. You need to plan your day and you need to be committed. Rita, also the other thing you may want to do is go over to my podcast. It's Losing 100 Pounds with Fit and Fat. We did a whole podcast called the 24-hour rule. This talks all about thinking about your next day, planning it, and following through on it. Sounds like you can stay on track. Right now, you're just choosing not to. You need to figure out why you're choosing not to. You need to do your work. You need to ask yourself, write down the question, why am I choosing not to stay on track each day? And then write for 5 or 10 minutes. The answer will pop right out for you. I'm still trying to figure out how to be a part of the tribe. Letisa, we open the free group on October 14th. We will open the enrollment on the 19th. So then you can become a member of the tribe. This is the last opening of October. Dina, down 40 pounds. Not easy. My wrong thoughts need to be fixed and basics. Dina, you're doing great though. Stephanie. So one of the things that she's made mistakes and stuff with and still has been able to lose 83 pounds is eating out with the family and making healthy choices has been difficult. And she's still been able to lose weight. Phyllis Blankenheim says, peanut butter, ice cream, and chocolate, they're my weaknesses. I would just quit telling yourself that that's a weakness. I would start making sure that you understand, Phyllis, that those are foods that you do enjoy. And how are you going to put those into a plan that also allows you to lose weight? And how are you going to be around them sometimes when they're not a part of the plan and it be okay? Like, it's okay to want it. It's okay to think about it. It's okay that it's there, but we're still not doing it. Let your brain go wild on how would you handle those situations, rather than most people, what they say is, but I don't want it. Like, teach me how to not let it bother me. The only way to get to that route is to get over the first hump, which is being with it and it bothering you and you being okay with that. Jennifer, I still occasionally have sugar cravings and have to deal with it. It took a long time to train my brain not to give in. Exactly. Shannon, down almost 20 pounds. Negative voice is my biggest obstacle. Yeah. Sherry, I just answered that. How do we become a part of the tribe? Most of you just need to, if you're not on my free course, you need to do that first. I highly recommend. This gives you a taste of what I teach women. And a lot of people lose a lot of weight. Like, I think Dana's on here. Dana, if you're on here, she's lost a ton of weight, and she's done my free course, and she did my free week. And she's just been listening to the podcast, and she has been banging it out. You know, you don't always have to join things in order to lose weight, guys. It is available to you. I was talking, one of the podcasts that was getting ready to come out, we talk about, you know, making an appointment with your coach, which is me. Like, for all of you, I would make an appointment every Friday morning and every Saturday that this is when I listen to the podcast, or whenever you're going to listen to it. This is when I listen to it, and I'm going to take one thing that Corinne says, and I'm going to write down how I will implement that into my week. My tribe members, we are now doing Friday podcasts with Kathy and Corinne, where you listen and we teach you how to apply. You can do the same thing in your own life, though. Pick it out. We're just helping them one-on-one, or in the group. But you can do the same thing yourself. Just make an appointment with yourself. Like, this is my self-development. This is my weight loss self-development every week. I don't miss it. I am committed to getting it done. Hey, Yvonne, you bang it out at the gym. Rebecca, hey, first live. Karla, food is my friend. I know that's crazy and illogical. Karla, food's not a friend. Quit calling it your friend. Say, I choose to think food is my friend, but food is actually just what nourishes my body. Everything else I think about food is the way I choose to think about it. That's the first step. You have to quit saying that it's your friend, or it will be your friend. You're creating the story around food that's not helpful for you. Julie, you are so inspiring and just adorable. I love checking in with your positive words. Thank you. Sandra, how much time does the tribe take? It just depends on how much time you want to give it, Sandra. Some girls it's more, some girls it's less. A lot of them love to be in there all the time. We have videos. The way I tell my girls to look at it is that, so when you first join, you have your course you have to go through. This is the No BS course. It's about 15 to 20 minutes a day. There's like a video. There's not videos every day, but like over the course of the week, by the time you do your food journal and things like that, it's about 15, 20 minutes a day. And then once you get out of that initial 30 days where we just drill basics into you like nobody's business, then we have weekly, there's 2 live coaching calls with me a week where tribe members can schedule to, the whole tribe watches, and we record them and archive them and we put them into the tribe for everyone. But people get to like present their problems and they get to work with me face to face across the computer. And it's very helpful for people because, you know, one person's problem is everybody's problem. People always think that they're so solo on their problems, and I'm like, yeah, but I do a podcast and I do lives every week where I just talk about topics, and everybody has the same problems. It's the same thing. And so a lot of people get a lot of learning out of it, but you get to watch those at any time, and they're not required at that point. So it's like, it's like Netflix. You join, there's a lot of content just for members, and you just consume what is helpful for you. If it's something that just is not your topic or your problem, you just don't watch that one. But that's the way we do things. So there's courses every month. Usually the courses that come out every month are about maybe an hour and a half worth of work. And then through the month, we talk about that concept. And there are always concepts that are designed around helping women lose weight. And it's not food plans. It is not food plans. Please do not join my site and be like, where's my food plans? I don't give them. That's bullshit. I'm going to teach you how to make one. But you know what my secret sauce is? I can teach you how to commit to your food plan. I can teach you how to do things you say you will do. I can teach you how to quit beating yourself up. I can teach you how to make a mistake and move forward instead of backward. I can teach you how to reach out to people instead of withdrawing from people. Those are the things that I teach, and those are the things that I think are the most valuable when it comes to weight loss. I don't think pills, shakes, drinks, meal plans, and workouts are the key. Now, we have some workouts and stuff. You know me, I love me some good exercise and stuff. But it is implementation is where women need help. Women need help learning how to implement. Women need help learning how to take all of that crazy, self-defeating shit that goes on in their head and turn it off, or learn how to hear it and not give it power over them. You fix that, you fix a lot of asses, period. Christina, PNP Tribe, one of my girls. I learned how to stop shaming myself and feeling like I need to be perfect. How it's about the basics, eating till satisfied, focus on the next best choice, and 24 hours at a time. Thank you, ma'am. Melinda, if you have totally blown it one day or weekend, do you have a secret to get yourself back on track? Yes, Melinda. Go to the podcast and listen to the 24-hour rule podcast. That is the magic. That is what I teach my girls. They actually have it in their plan now. And girls, we have a new planner coming out this month. It's going to be a beautiful thing. But they actually have that where they schedule it. So I would go and listen to that. That is super helpful. Rebecca, going to do the free challenge and join this month. What? Can't wait. Already doing the free course. Awesome, Rebecca. And we start on the 14th. Terry, I don't even know what to eat anymore. So lost. Terry, you're not lost. Natural food. Drop all your bullshit rules. Seriously, do the free challenge, Terry. You will learn how to eat that week. I teach the basics that week. Everybody just needs to erase the bullshit rules that they've learned in every single diet book. Like, I have some basic ones. You start eating when you feel hungry. You stop eating when you're satisfied. If God made it, eat it. Everything else is left up to interpretation. If you do those three things, drink water and sleep, you will lose weight. Period. We want it to be complicated so that we don't have to get started. Again, if I could just find the perfect meal plan, I'm so confused because I don't know what is exactly right. So guess what? I'll just never get started. When we could just get started on simple basics that are easily implemented. That's all we need. It's all we need. In the diet industry, the reason why we're confused is because they're all out there telling us it's so much harder. I can't tell you how many people that I watch lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. Oh, I got the latest this. Oh, I'm on the latest that. And then, 3 months later, you don't hear from them. And then they're starting the next one and then the next one. And they're never really learning the skills mentally that it takes to truly lose weight and keep it off. Like my mission, seriously, my mission is to help every woman lose weight for good. We wrote our mission statement this weekend, and I told my husband, I was like, for good has to be in the mission statement. I'm not just trying to help women lose weight. I want women to lose weight for good and feel as amazing as they deserve. Period. That is why I started all this. When I lost my own weight, sorry guys, I've got like a bug bite up here if you're wondering why I keep scratching my shoulder. When I lost my weight, I still remember telling my husband, I just want to teach other women how to do this. I never knew it could feel this good. And it wasn't the weight loss. It was because I started changing how I thought about my capacity to do things. I started understanding I could do hard things. I could do things I never thought I could. I was constantly challenging myself, and I was constantly asking myself, like, what can I change? Am I ready to do this? Stuff like that. And when I started doing all that, my mindset changed. And then my ass changed. But it really took that piece. Like, guys, that's what keeps weight off. It is how you think about it as you're going along. If you're doing it and the whole time you just think you're not good enough, you have to do it in order to be happy. And, you know, I'm going to be miserable right now with however I choose to lose the weight, because when I lose it, then I'll be happy and I won't have to worry about things. You've just set yourself up for failure. You've set yourself up for rebound because you didn't really understand. Like, you didn't teach yourself that you were doing amazing things all along. You didn't take time to recognize the things you were doing right. You need to do that stuff. That's what keeps it off. Because that puts you into the belief that you'll never go back again. Sandra, how much time I think we already answered this. I'm worried that I'll be obsessed in working on this, that it will affect other aspects of my life. Well, if you think you're going to be obsessed and it's going to affect other aspects of your life, guess what? That will happen. How about you go into it thinking, I'm not going to obsess over it. I'm going to do what she says. I'm going to watch the videos. I'm going to journal. Guys, you don't have to be obsessed to lose weight. That is a thought. It's just a thought. What if you just decide, hey, I'm going to get healthy. Do some of this healthy shit. You know what? I'm going to do it every day. I'm kind of obsessed myself with just feeling good. With just eating right. But it doesn't mean I'm like crazy. Like we think that that's what goes on. And guys, that's not what goes on. You just need to be like, you know what? I'm just committed to being my best self. And make a list of the other things in life that are important, put them on the calendar. I teach my clients a lot about putting things on your calendar. You know, if you have kids and you have this and you have that, you put it on your calendar. You carve out time for everything that's important for you. Everything. That's why sex goes on the calendar for me. Why? Because it's important. What gets on the calendar gets done. Missy, down 22 since the 7-day challenge in July. I had to come to grips with my hubby not doing this just because I am. Kimberly Ann, biggest challenge is my family of food pushers. Food equals love in our family. I've been role playing in my mind because they will be on vacation with me. There's the thing, there's no food pushers. There's people who will want to offer you food over and over and over and over and over again. And then there's your thought about them. I just always, I have people in my life who offer me a lot of food and I just say no. And I don't make it mean that they're a food pusher. And I don't make it mean that it's hard for me. I'm just like, this wasn't on my plan. Now, if it is feeling hard, I ask myself, why is it hard? Is this a normal level of hard? Like, well, I'm used to always saying yes. I'm not used to telling them no. But this time I am. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna experience the discomfort of telling people not this time. And choosing my long-term pleasure over their short-term, good, you ate. I allow other people to feel uncomfortable with my decisions. Like my mom's a classic example. She used to always want me to eat her food that she cooked. And it's just not the food I enjoy. And that's okay. And I just told her. I was like, I'm just not doing it. And she was like, oh, it hurts my feelings and stuff like that. And I said, I get it. And I'm okay if you want to have your feelings hurt, but I just want to let you know that I love you, even if I'm not eating your food. And then I'm just done talking about it. That's how I handle it. And it's not because I'm a bitch, and it's not because I'm uber confident or anything like that. It's because I am okay with other people choosing to feel hurt rather than me hurting my own feelings and my own body to somehow protect them. I would rather deal with my own thoughts of I've hurt their feelings and my own uncomfortableness with that than to pretend that I'm okay with things when I'm not. I just don't go there. I just don't want to be a liar. I'd rather be honest and then allow myself to be honestly uncomfortable when they're not happy. And it's okay. What's the name of the group again? It's pnptribe.com. Just go to pnp411.com and you'll get on my mailing list and you'll find out everything you need to know. Thank you, Jennifer. Kim, I'm down 50 pounds with all your help. I love you. You're very welcome, Miss Kim. Shannon, the sex thread has been great. It really has been. I think we're doing an oil workshop on Friday now out of all this. Michelle, been listening to the podcast and signed up for the free week. Awesome. Your no BS talks really help. Getting my mind right is the thing I need to get done, need to get this done. It's always the mind, guys. I promise you, it's always your mind. Leanne, first off, I love your sass and no BS approach. Thank you. I'm on the wait list, but I'm trying to figure out if I join, how I work around my crazy work schedule and not miss all the lives and such. Leanne, you miss the lives and such. They're archived. Then you just listen to them when you want to. You don't have to listen to them at the moment they're going live. We keep everything for you guys. So you just go push play when it's convenient for you. A lot of my girls, they say, Corinne, if Judith is on here, I don't know if she's on here. She's like, I go to bed with you every night. I'm like, wow, you need to be in the sex thread. Just kidding. But we're coming out this month. I think it's very soon. My husband is on the tail end of this, but we're gonna have a PNP private member podcast so that everything gets downloaded to the phones and you guys know all the content's gonna be there for you. You'll get notified when the new content comes out because we have a lot of weekly content. Then you just listen to what you want to each week, so you don't have to worry about that part. You just schedule when you're driving or wherever. Shelby, I was banded 5 years ago and planning on doing the conversion to the bypass. I love your podcast, lives and free program, but haven't done anything with it. Your message of stop following and start doing really hit home. Yeah, that was massive and passive action. I'm so torn about the conversion, and I'm wondering if you and your team will work with me as so many programs won't because I've had, oh yeah. No, we have a ton of girls in our group who have had it. I have a lot of girls that have joined. Sorry, my husband just came home and I was looking to see how cute he was. We have a lot of girls that have joined who have had the gastric bypass, the sleeves, and all that kind of stuff. We work on the mindset part of it. Now, there is a little bit of difference on the way we teach listening to your body. Like, you're still going to listen to your body, but you're also going to practice committing to the way to eat that works best for that surgery. That's how I approach it with the girls, because like your hunger cues and stuff are usually skewed. And so we have to, do a little work around that. But yeah, we work with you guys on that stuff. No problem at all. I honestly, I don't give a how you lose weight. I really don't. If you had surgery, you do it all natural or whatever. Losing weight is a process. Everybody that loses a lot of weight especially deserves a freaking crown on their head. I mean, it is something that will teach you what you're made of. It will give you life skills. It is a work of like the work of your life. And but what I've noticed is that with our girls who have had the surgeries and stuff, the one area that is so lacking in that industry is they never really teach you how to mentally change. Your body is changing. The way you eat, everything is changing, but your brain, just because your stomach was altered doesn't mean your brain starts thinking different. That has to be trained and taught. So we're working a lot on that. And one of my coaches who works for me, she is she's going to start kind of specializing in that area. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming, but we have no problem. Like, seriously, I have no problems with that. And I don't understand what other programs do, to be honest, if they're in it to really help women. I can't believe how little I can eat and still be satisfied. Do I need to worry about eating too little? No, you don't, Missy. No, your body will tell you. Your body is wise. Most of us don't need as much. We judge how much we're eating based upon how everybody else is eating. What's on the television with the standard like serving sizes and stuff, how we used to eat. Like, there's no good measuring stick outside of your belly. I know you say to listen to your body, but I heard you and Kathy say on a podcast that your weight loss stalled because you didn't eat enough. Some people do, but unless it becomes a problem, don't make it a problem is the main thing. Every now and then we have somebody who needs to eat a little more, whatever. But don't mess with it until it actually becomes a problem. Deborah Smith. Been doing the free plan for a few days and feel better than I have in years. Organizing my day, my meal plans, my thoughts is unbelievably helpful dealing with it. Awesome. I don't know what I said, but people are like, I just love you. The free course is a wealth of knowledge. Let's see. It would be awesome if you could clone yourself and then send out a Corinne monitor to my house and give me a 24-hour assistance. That would be awesome too. There should be more of me. I'm on Weight Watchers and this advice on commitment is what I needed. I didn't feel like it today. Got to commit to it. Yeah, Rebecca, this is when I just tell myself, today is a day that I don't get to feel like it. Today is a day I get to practice being committed. There's so many days that I do that now with all kinds of stuff. All kinds. Food, exercise, you name it. There are days I don't feel like doing my own shit. And I teach women how to do this shit. And I'm just like, you know, today's just not the day we feel like it. Today's the day we practice commitment. We're going to get real good at it today. Because all day long, we're going to be thinking about how we practice commitment. My sister is about 200 pounds overweight, and I sent her your podcast. Awesome, Deborah. Megan, Corinne, I've been listening to the podcast for a few months now and been following the tribe and free resources. I haven't taken the plunge to join yet, but just making small changes to help me feel better and more confident that I can do this. I'm tired of getting my own weight. That's awesome, Megan. Just keep making the small changes. I promise you. The money is there. Guys, there's a good book you guys should think about reading. I'm reading, so you guys know that I listen to self-development during the day, and at night I read, usually close out with a little reading of self-development. And one of the books I'm reading right now is The Slight Edge. It is so good. Some of my life coach friends told me about it, but it's just called The Slight Edge. I'm not through with it yet, but it's really good. Deborah, just signed up for the free course again. Awesome. Don't know what I'm waiting for. The hardest thing is writing a meal plan, and hopefully I can start committing, so I need this. It's not that hard. Write one that you know you can commit to. Probably the reason why it's hard is because you're trying to make it perfect. Don't make it perfect. Make it doable. There's a big difference between perfection and doable. All right? Jennifer, I get very discouraged because I've never really found something that works for me, and then I give up because I don't see results. Well, Jennifer, you have to stick with it. One is, like, for a lot of us, like, we want results so that we can feel like it's working, rather than look at what you're doing so you can feel like it's working. Sometimes results take longer than we think they're going to take. Or sometimes our expectations for results are so freaking high that we're never going to meet them anyway. I tell people the worst place to look is at your results. The best place to be looking every week is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Your results will just tell you if you need to tweak what you're doing, but just call bullshit on yourself when you're thinking, well, the results aren't coming fast enough, and this isn't really working. Nothing works it's not stuck to. It ain't gonna work if you can't stick to it. So you got to stick to it even when you don't want to, even when the results aren't coming fast enough, even when you think it should be faster. That's when you're like, this is when I double down on commitment. Today's one of those days that I don't practice looking for results. I get to practice commitment. Abby, your podcast is awesome. Thank you. I'm 12 pounds down and I'm working on making changes I can maintain for life. 68 pounds to go and I'm going to do it. Awesome, Abby. Amy, a groupie. Just found you, and I'm pretty much binged on all your podcasts. That's the best thing to binge on, right? I so need your mental coaching. We got a lot of PNP groupies in here. Cheryl, I'm down 20 pounds and just found your podcast, and I love it. I've been listening to you all day while at work. Thank you guys so much. Guys, one of the things about the podcast that is super helpful for me, if you want to do me, especially for all of you who are losing weight, if you want to do me a solid, subscribe. Make sure that you don't just go check it out and like download one. Like actually go subscribe so that every week you get them. Sometimes I release bonus episodes. So if you're not subscribed, you will not know they're there. I do not always send them out in the email for everyone. So if you will make sure that you subscribe, you will always get them. The second thing is if you will rate and review the podcast. There are instructions on my website, but guys, it really helps me if you will leave a review so that other people can see how awesome the podcast is and that that their friends should be listening to it. So I really appreciate all of you guys that are sharing it and using it as a way to help your girlfriends, as a teaching tool. I mean, I just think it's so good to be able to give women something that they can use and apply in their life. A lot of us need to hear this stuff all the time. It's helpful when we hear it all the time. So I really appreciate you guys sharing it. 40 pounds down as a groupie and soon to be a tribe member. Lily, I started working out at night and I've dropped about 60 pounds. Good for you. However, because of my schedule during the day, nighttime was really hard. So starting today, I got up at 4:30 this morning and I was at the gym by 5:30. I did my workout and I came into work and feel great. I'm a little sore from the workout this morning, but I pushed through it, and you just have to do it. You have to do what makes it work for you. That is exactly it. Today, you got to practice your commitment, and you also got to practice figuring out how to get it done when it seemed probably hard and impossible. Our brains always want to go to how this won't work, and you figured out a way like, no, we're not doing that. What we are going to do is we're going to figure out how we're going to make it work. And it's probably going to suck ass for a little bit getting up that early in the morning, but we're all in because this is good for us. Angela is a PNP groupie who's 30 pounds down. Free course is pnp411.com. Kashawn. Lanita, I've lost 25 pounds with a free course. That's awesome. And loving the podcast. Let's see. Simi, hello. Heard of your podcast from another lady, and this is just what I need right now. Thank you. You're very welcome. Zabrina, oh, I love your name, Zabrina. I love the work you do, Corinne. I lost 80 pounds a couple of years ago and was stuck there until this past June when I discovered you. I've been able to knock down another 17 pounds since then. You are doing so good. I'm a personal trainer who just couldn't lose that last 30 I wanted to shed. Your free week was exactly what I needed, and I have been using the materials, and it's been a game changer. I got my emotional eating out of the way, which I never realized was my issue. Hey, Sabrina, if you want to do the free week again, you know you can. Just make sure you go to pnptribe.com, get back on the waiting list, and then you can go through the free week again. I tell people all the time, like, whether or not you join or not, I'd do my free week every damn time it was open, whether you join or not, right? I mean, free is free. Just like today, I got a free treatment on my hair because she wanted to be able to cut another man's hair while I was in the middle of my appointment. She said, well, I really need about 20 minutes. So if I give you a free hair treatment, are you okay with waiting? I was like, hell yeah, free is free. And when you're bleaching, you can take all the moisturizer you can get. The 24-hour plan really helps. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a top from J-Lo. It's an older top from Kohl's. Is pasta considered joy food? I don't consider it joy food, but you have to do, like, you need to eat pasta and figure out, does it work for your body, and do you lose weight when you eat it? If it does, as long as, in my book, as long as it's whole grain, I'm fine with it. Now if you're eating like butter noodles or something every night and eating a big old freaking bowl of it and can't control yourself, it's probably not going to be fuel. But for joy, I tend to eat more joyous foods, and we have a little pasta here and it's no problem. I was praying about this tonight, something that isn't a gimmick. Alina, I wish you would do the free program, pnp411.com. Tammy, I may have asked this before. Anyone doing this that has limited abilities to exercise? Tammy, I don't even address exercise until the 4th week in my program, and then we talk about walking. Exercise is like, no one has to exercise to lose weight. You have to exercise control over your mouth. You have to exercise changing your brain. If you can't exercise, that has nothing to do with your capacity or your ability to lose weight, period. Now, is it good for you? Of course. Do I want most women exercising? Yes, I do. Because it gives you strength, because it protects your bones, because it strengthens your heart, because it does so many things. The size of your ass is the least reason why I want women to exercise. The dead last. We don't lose weight because we're exercisers. We lose weight because we learn how to eat for our bodies and how to control our mind. Period. Exercise is just like bonus material. And if you can't do the bonus material, guess what? You leave that to the side and you focus on what you can control, which is this. Tammy, Corinne's advice is awesome. Change your mind, change your body, change your life. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, that's cool. Kimberly, lost 10 pounds just from applying what I've learned from your free podcast. Thanks so much. Hope I can get to the October tribe. I hope you can too. Let's see. Wanda, how do you get started with this? pnp411.com. Free course over there. Banana yellow button. Rita, we are obsessed with losing weight, so giving more attention to eating right than guess one should, then it becomes a habit, so I'm in. I've been saying I need to lose weight, and I'm very successful at gaining the weight I've wanted to lose. I'm so done. I'm truly committed to me being healthy and happy for once. Awesome, Rita. Judith, she's my girl that goes to bed with me every night. I will never forget us talking about that. I swear to God, Judith, that will be on my brain until the day I die. Us sitting by the pool and talking about this at the beach. Hey, Jerry. Just in for my 3.5 mile run. Oh, good for you, Jerry. Ready for my first 5K on Saturday. Thanks to Corinne. If you haven't realized it yet, she freaking rocks. Yeah, you're doing it with some of the other local girls in your area, right? I think it's like you and maybe Julie. I forget who. Is it Melanie? I can't remember who all is doing it, but there's like a handful of you that are getting together up there and doing it. We have PMP members all over the place, and what they do is they put it out like, this is where I live, and then they end up doing little meetups, and they do little races with each other and stuff. Happy moment. I just hit my 10,000 steps for the day by waving my hands around in my life. That happens almost every time. PNP is the real deal. Don't miss the October membership. Thank you, Jennifer. Alina, just go to the free course. Seriously, it's 4 videos and you get a workbook. It's just good stuff. So many people on here have been losing weight with it. I don't think you need to know much more than people lose weight. It's free. It has videos and a workbook, and it's for you. Thank you. You have the best advice. Every word you say is true. Back to Alina. Have never heard your podcast before, and tomorrow there will be some podcasts listening for me. I need to lose 160 pounds. So your truth telling is something that will be a boot to my backside. Yeah, that podcast, it really is a boot to the backside. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you listen to it, be ready for some F-bombs, be ready for some real talk from a Southerner. But me and my podcast host, she's lost 80 pounds. I've lost 100. I've been working with women for 10 years. I mean, I feel like I am an expert at the shit that we think that stops us from losing weight. And how do you get over your shit hurdles? I mean, that's really the crux of it. The lady that's now getting up at the butt crack of dawn, like she's waking the rooster up now, says, yes, I sure wanted to stay in bed. LaMonica, the group opens on October 19th. We have the free group starting on October 14th. So if you go to pnptribe.com, you have not missed it. Just sign up for the waiting list. That will put you into the free group. No problems. Friday mornings are the best because I get to listen to your pod on my way to work. It's funny, my co-host, she listens to it every week and cracks up at us. I'm like, I never listen to us. She's like, I listen to us every week. I'm like, Jennifer, she's one of my girls. She's lost 110 pounds. I don't do a lot of exercise. I don't belong to a gym or program. Still lost weight. Do what you can. And Jennifer lost a lot of her weight without me. So I don't want everybody to think that like I busted the weight off Jennifer. Jennifer came to me because she wanted to get the mind right. And so she's a rock star in our tribe. She helps. Like, one of the things I love about my tribe members is that once they lose weight or they've lost a lot of weight, they're like me. They want to give back to the next woman who needs to lose weight. They're always looking back and trying to bring people along with them and like saying, look, I'm blazing the trail. I'm trying to make this a little easier on you. Here's what worked and here's what didn't. And I'm here for you. That's probably one of the best, I think, benefits of being in the tribe. I've been listening to your podcast. I'm addicted. I signed up for the free course and I'm on the wait list. Awesome, Terry. Shoot, I can't see. Dawn Pittman, we love our queen. She rocks. I love Southerners. Lisa, how much is it to join? If you'll go over to pnptribe.com, all the information about becoming a member is already over there. Of course, we're on wait list right now, but the price and everything is listed there. The only reason I'm not saying it on the live is because this live will live on my podcast for eternity. I know that the price that we have today, it's going up in January. This is the end of 2017 prices. We're definitely increasing because we're adding a lot of stuff to the tribe. My husband and I are working like freaking mad dogs trying to get all this stuff done for you girls. In fact, I asked him tonight, I was like, we're not going to get a date night this week. This is the only night that I'm going to be done by 6 o'clock if you want to go. Because I'm flying to Dallas on this weekend to do more weight loss training with my mentor and stuff. She's teaching me more mental concepts this weekend. And so I'm always all about like the best way to teach you guys is to keep my mental game sharp. And so he was like, no, I've got to work on your stuff. And I'm like, what? I'm the boss. Let's just go. And he's like, no. He practiced commitment. He's like, I'm committed to getting your private member podcast released in the next couple of weeks. That means tonight we have to stay in. So no date night for us this week. But that's okay because I'm going to get my mental game on tap this weekend, which is good. All right, everybody. Oh, gosh. Do you have any good advice for a woman who has had a C-section that keeps opening? I don't, Julie. That's not really my area of expertise. I would just Google it and see what you come up with. Brandy, I think I've heard you say to plan out no more than 10% joy in your week. How do I figure that out? How do I figure it? This is the way you figure out 10%. It's just a little bitty small part of your week. It's like one meal eating to satisfied, not one meal eating until your eyes are rolling back into your head. It's like one thing. It's like very little. Or if you don't want to just have one meal, it's like a glass of wine one night, a glass of wine another night. Like 10% is a small portion of your week. It also, like whatever you're planning, if you're losing weight, it's 10%. If you're not losing weight, look at your joy and look and make sure that you're following the plan the rest of the week. Kate, I've listened to every episode of your podcast nightly in September, and now I'm all caught up and have to wait till Fridays, but love it. Feel like I'm right there chit-chatting with you. That's so funny because my husband and I are the same way when we watch Netflix. It's like we catch up with the real world, and we're like, holy crap, are you serious? Now we got to wait until like a Thursday, like the rest of the working slobs out there. Jennifer, yeah, but I still need you. Maintaining is a bitch. The tribe is worth its weight in gold. Thank you, Jennifer. It's like having a best friend and therapist and coach all in one. If we have lost some before starting the tribe, does it still count towards Queen Club and the Century Club? Yes, Missy, it does. I tell all my girls all the time, I don't give a damn. Like, just give me your original start weight. Boom, in. Losing weight is losing weight. I reward anybody for their weight loss. I'm just like not holding a carrot over somebody's head. Like, all you got to do it with me. I'm like, hell no. You earn your stripes because you started and you did it. I guess working out with it is what I was asking. Sorry, that was unclear. If you happen to hear anything, can you include it in a live, please? Yeah, as far as that stomach thing, I will. I'm not sure on that one. I would just go to bodybuilding.com and Google it and search for it there and see what they have to say. They may have some because I would imagine that you're not going to do any kind of weighted abs and stuff, but I really don't know, and I wouldn't want to give you advice that I wasn't 100% sure on. Regina, 2 glasses one night for joy if planned. Yeah, Regina, it's your joy. You plan what you want. Regina, it's always about, and you're one of my girls, it's always about with your joy, you plan, and it may take you a couple of weeks to figure out what your 10% is, but that's fine. You just plan it. I want you, one, to get used to planning it in advance, following through on it, only having what you planned, being very mindful of that when you quit enjoying it, that you stop. And the last key component of it is the results. If you're getting your results, it's great. If you're not getting results and you're not having any overeats any other time, then that's where I would look. But I would also make sure that if you're having any other overeats any other time, like fog and storm eating, I would make sure that gets cleaned up. Does it matter how much you have to lose? I really only need to lose 10 to 15 pounds, but want to really work on my mental part. No, it doesn't, Erin. I have quite a few girls that have joined that have a lot less to lose, or have already, I have a lot of girls that join who are in maintenance who are just so fucking scared of gaining their weight. They want to figure out how to get their mind right again. And so it's fine. You know, now a lot of my stuff is, you can lose 10 to 15 pounds on my plan, but just know that if you join, the majority of the people who join with you have a lot of weight to lose. So they will be talking about issues that a lot of women who have a lot of weight to lose have, right? But that doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you. What I have found is that and this is what I want all of you to understand. When you have weight to lose, you almost all have the same fears, and you almost all have the same stuff. What we have is we have people who have a lot of weight to lose will say, yeah, but if I was her weight, I would be so happy. I want you to never say that to yourself ever again. I want you to notice when somebody who only has 10 to 15 pounds to lose and is struggling and is not happy, to say, I want to lose it so when I get there, I feel confident I can get it off. Because she's proven to you that just losing the weight did not provide happiness. Just because you think you will be happy when you get there, if you don't learn how to love it on the way down, you will not automatically be given your ticket to happiness. Most of us, the problem when it comes to happiness is we think that the pursuit in life is to be happy. The pursuit in life is to experience happiness, but to be able to handle all the other that comes along with that. You know, there's a lot in this life that we have to be able to go through. You're going to be hurt, but you need to trust that you'll be okay. You are going to grieve things, and you need to trust you'll get through it. You know, my job is to teach you how you deal with the shitty side of life in a way that doesn't make you want to escape it, but just to be like, this is a part of the deal, and I'm strong enough to experience it. Andrea, do you teach intuitive eating principles? Pretty much. We teach we don't count calories and stuff. I teach people how to do fuel foods. I teach people how to listen to their body, how to eat when they're, if you go to my podcast, a lot of my principles are there. If you go to the podcast, it's Losing 100 Pounds with Fit and Fat. You'll see kind of how I teach. And if you do the free course, pnp411.com, there's information there. And if you get on the wait list for the free week, you'll get a really good sense of what I teach during Women How to Eat. All right, guys, you have a wonderful week. Again, we're opening the free week on the 14th. You will get information if you are on the wait list at pnptribe.com. I look so forward to doing this. This is our last opening for this year. I cannot believe it's been an amazing year. I will see you next Tuesday again. And I think we're going to be on at 5 o'clock again. But if you went to PNP 411 and you did the free course, you're on my mailing list. So I always let you know in advance when I'm going live. All right? Thank you guys. Have a wonderful one. Bye-bye.